Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with RRF1, and tonight the Wednesday division takes their hand at Azerbaijan. Baku, the track of death, with the castle section in there, the big long straight with the heavy braking into one, the tight nature of turns 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and the rest. I'll just get these standings up now, and we will have a look at who's where and who's doing what, where, when and why. Need to find our RRF1. There we go. What race is this? No, that's not that one. I need to find the right. Need to find the Wednesday division. There's Monday. Alright. So we got Dartmark currently leading the way with Tom Strode on his ass. 13 points is the difference between them two. Domar, Alan Grit also there in the top 5. Primal, Bazaninja, Bravingo, Skilly and Shaggy, Telfair, 49, Woodzy, Lennon, Fatal making his return tonight. Now he's got his wheel sorted and fixed. He's got himself back on track, which we all love to see. Apex as well, probably looking to improve a bit up that table. His pace is a bit better than where he is currently in the table. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting race round this track tonight, as our first car comes out the track. Get on the full map. It is the Alfa Romeo. It will be Bravingo maybe. No, is it? It is Apex first on track. We'll stay on board with Apex in a minute because I want to make a smook. Couple of cars now on track. Got the Alpha Tauri out on track. That could be Dartmark at Al. It's a strong team, Dartmark on that. Grit in here, and Grit's got some pace. Quite a handy driver, must be said. If we're going to flick over to Apex as he completes his outlap of the circuit. Got 16 drivers here tonight, full qualifying. So we'll lose one driver from Q1, providing that they don't throw it into the wall. I'm going to say a 140.3 for Paul. Let's see how close we are to that 140.3 time. Nice and neat road turn 1, running the car out wide. Bumps the curb in turn 2 though, that was floating towards the wall. Got a yellow flag, that's Shaggy. Shaggy is out of the session. See if we can get on with Domar to see where his car is. Sees hit the wall, pins from one side, pins to the other. And that was unfortunate. Shaggy out of the session without managing to put time on the board. So that now pretty much confirms everyone going through in this session, as long as they keep that car on track. Let's see how Apex is doing, if he is on a lap currently. The first person set of time coming into the castle section now. Really throw that car into that section, that's all you can do. Fatal has been disqualified for being parked in a dangerous location. Michael JFF has got a grid penalty. What's gone on here? Don't know what's going on at turn 1. Maybe just gone deep into 1, the pair of them. They're deep into 2, the pair of them. Over the first corner as you come out the pits. I've on his out lap. But Apex now steaming up to the line. What is he going to do? What time is he going to pull out of the back? 1:41, I'm going to say. So 1:42.2. Not far off that 1:41. And there's the 1:41. Alton blitzing Apex's time off the board by 7/10. That is the new benchmark for these drivers as they come round. Primal into P3. We're asking Martin. Oh, World Cup Stewart's done the same thing, gone straight ahead at turn 2. He's got cars coming up behind him. Well out the way. Got the other Aston coming across the line of Diamond. Diamond is a 1:42.2. Not far behind Apex at all. And Al so far to break that 42 bracket, getting into the 41s. The Bingo coming across the line. What is he going to set? The Bingo on the medium tyres is for a 1:40.7. That's nearly 8/10 faster than anybody else on the medium. Showing great pace is the Bingo. Next car across the line will be faster than to start his lap. Wide open on that. McLaren brings it down to the line. Uses that outside line to pick up as much speed as he can, and he's just running deep, manages to keep it out the wall. Tidy, very tidy for turn 2 on the power, nice and early. He's 49, gets himself in with a 1:45.5. Next car across the line, it won't be Michael JFF, it will be the Mercedes, because I believe that would be, oh, is it Dartmark? Could be Dartmark, no it's not, he's still in the pits. Mercedes is Brit now coming down to the line. He's on the lap, where's he going to put him? Brit was in for the 1:42.7. Not a bad time at all for these boys. Got TSD Woodzy now coming round. Where is it going to put in Woodzy? Woodzy's the 1:45.5. Just off the 49 by 200 per second. Not a great deal at all. Wilco Stewart in the Red Bull no side his lap. That was close. Keeps it out the wall at turn 1. People seem to be struggling a bit with turn 1. He finds the curve at 2. You see the car wanting to pivot. Manages to keep it on track. Pivot! I think that was where the car was racing then. Oh, Wood's doing the same thing, bumping you first. He's got to stay off the curb here. Baku is the only way of passengers you could across. Stay left, bars, stay left. He's into the line, but he puts it into P9. Nice lap time there from Val. 1:43.6, just behind Primal. He's a second off Primal, just under a second off Primal. Time on the board. These guys don't need to be killing the tyres. What I can't get my head around is the two lads who have done this on the medium tyres. Why use the medium tyres? The Bingo is retired in the bit, and that's fine. He's set his time, he's done with that. Al's done with that as well. He's retired. We all know that we don't need put a lap on the board. They don't need to do another lap, you just got to get one on the board now and then you will be through. Aston Martin, Wayne Hammer's managed to get himself into P6 with Wayne. I've never raced with Wayne, I've never seen Wayne race. So it's a new experience for me watching this guy as well, but his pace seems to be there. He's up and around Michael JFF, Margaret, so that's a handy place to be. I don't think he'll be getting knocked out. Obviously no one will be getting knocked out of this session. Wilco Stewart. Coming around now, he's definitely lost a bit of time there. That's why he lost a bit of time, he wasn't bothered about the time, it was an outlap. Tidy 3, 2 and 1. Bumping the car over turn 2, everybody bumping the car over these curves, it's been nothing but fucking time, boys. Another retiree in pits. Which leaves Dartmark and Stroud is still to settle up. 8 minutes 30 seconds left in this session. Is anyone going to challenge the lap of VLE Brivingo? Woodzy's done from this session. He knows he's through there on that time. You don't need to go out and use set of tyres. There goes Wayne Hammer. All using the reds, trying to speed this session up a little bit. Apex and Doom are still sat in the pit lane. They don't need to go out again. Baz doesn't need to go out again. I think Baz is just doing some practice laps. Just listening to this commentator talk shit. Dartmark will be on a lap. Tom Stroud is still yet to leave the pit lane. Oh, Dartmark brushing that wall there, getting mighty close to that wall. I think Dartmark's just saving the tyres. He's not pushing, he's not got his ERS on, he's just putting a lap on the board, and that's a purple sector 2 for Dartmark. Even without ERS, which is pretty impressive, that must be said. Not using the DRS either. Dartmark with no ERS and no DRS does a 42.4. You'd like to think that he's got another second and a half, 2 seconds in the bag there. Brivingo standing at the top there, completely unchallenged at this minute in time. Sure, he could do with getting a lap on the board. He's the only one not to get a lap on the board now. And he's still in the pits. Paz is back in the pits. Wilco Stewart, is he out on another lap? I believe he is on another lap. Could do his split time when he gets here to sector 3. See if he's finding anything or losing anything. No, you think he's given up on that lap. Yeah, he's 7 seconds there. Everything in the wall. You are free to Q2 as it stands, regardless of where you are in the order. Dartmark finding the time now, that's the question. No, that's Dartmark done. Every time I go on to someone, you seem to be flying round and then just like backing off completely. And there's Baz, the ninja retired. Dartmark will probably retire now himself. And he's out, straight, he's out the pits. Oh, anchors on in the Red Bull. Where's Daniel Ricciardo after? Wait, as he possibly can on the brake. Message from Primal. Game volume needs lowered. Right. On it, Primal. And I don't have the... my phone's on charge, mate. Sorry. Right, that should have lowered it out a bit more. If you could, if anyone who is watching the stream who is racing, could you let me know if that is better for you sound wise? So Tom now through the castle section, nice and tidy through there, takes a bit of curb, which is meant to do, runs it as wide as the game will allow him to. Through the remainder of sector 2, one last anchor on. No such repeat as the 8 lap this time, nice and smooth there from Tom. And now he's on to this big straight, there's a little kinks in the straight, but that's a purple sector 2 for Tom as well. Will it get him up where he needs to be again? Not running any ERS. Sees a mark on the wall where Shaggy's car leathered the wall. Through comes Tom with a 1:42.3. Gets ahead of the dark mark by 1/10 of a second. That's a great lap there from Tom, considering he's not running any ERS or DRS. No, Michael, it's not. If anybody crashes and DNFs and Fatal's just retired, it would automatically put Fatal through to the next session of qualifying and not the car that crashed out. It's weird. It's annoying. Like, you can't really technically serve it, so people ask you. It's common in a lot of leagues that they ask you to park up at the side of the track, but it does. Obviously, with the AI, it is a concern sometimes. Happened to me on Tuesday night in RRF1 as well. I stopped at the side of the pits, got disqualified, and then my AI decided to take the racing line through turn 1 while Josh Goodwin come through on a hot lap. Into the pits comes Tom Strider. That is everybody who has set their laps. And that is Q1 over with 10 seconds left of the session. All cars in the pits. So hopefully. So going out of Q1 is Shaggy, who unfortunately put himself into the wall. Michael JF picking up a 5-place grid penalty for an accidental collision with Fate. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to remove that. It is one of them. It is completely an accidental thing. I mean, the AI is an absolute nightmare. Like I said, it happened to me in PRF1, and my AI decided it's a good idea to drive in front of 3 cars while they were on a hot lap. Fortunately, there's nothing anyone can do at that point. I'm not sure you get another penalty, Richard. I think that's kind of why they brought this rule in. If you retire the car without setting a lap, then, as far as we're concerned, you've not set a lap. You've gone to start at the back. But that's why this has been implemented with the DSQs, I believe. It's common in a few leagues, like I said. Mad F1 do it, FGR do it, PRF1. We ask you to sit at the side of the track as well. So there's pros and cons to it. The pros being that you are going to definitely serve your quali ban. You will be at the back regardless of whoever bins it or doesn't bin it. It's just one of them, isn't it? The cons to it is that your car does sort of have a mind of its own and isn't very sensible. It's just one of them things. Like I said, you're better getting out straight away in the session and getting the car over to the side, trying to be the first car out. But obviously you've got to set your setups and things like that in Q1, so it's not always as black and white as that. Q2 has now begun, and I believe that's Apex. No, it's not Apex. It's Bavingo, no? Yeah, it is Apex. Apex first on track by some margin again, followed by Al. Oh, it's nice, followed by Darmark. He'll be doing a run on his scrub tyres, I've no doubt. Primal with 49 right behind him. 49 now on the medium tyres. Guys, why are you using the medium tyres? It's not good to use your mediums. You really want to be using your softs. They don't last 2 laps here. I understand you wanting to save a set for the race, but they're just no good. You're putting that much load through the tyres, they will literally give you pace for 2 laps and you're dropping off. Timings of safety cars as well. The mediums can always be useful. Always be useful. My personal choice is always a medium, hard, medium, should safety cars permit that. If not, just a medium to hard. It's a shame about the game because every track is the same strategy. There's no strategy into this game at the moment. It's pure luck. With a dash of skill. Apex now on his lap anyway. We'll watch Apex round 5, first flying lap of Q2. Bit wide of the Apex there, but he's not bouncing the car over it. Gets a good exit down this back straight. Get over and get the toe off the McLaren. Oh, they've been using every bit. Now coming to the end of sector 1. Oof. Getting away with that one there, Apex. Getting so close to that wall. A bit wide on that corner. It's good. It's a tidy section. Just a couple of wide corners, but no big mistakes for Apex here. Into the castle section now. Down to one of the most hated corners on this game, and oh, it's such a nightmare. You can catch the best of the best drivers out this section. And that's the car pivoting over the curbs again. Definitely losing a few tenths there on corner exit, but he's still on for a good lap. 1 sector to go. Oh, and he brushes with the wall there. Apex on his run to the line. Still going to put a tire on the road. No, he's not going to put a time on the board. He's not even. I'd have kept the banker on there just to give yourself a banker lap. It's always nice to see that delta in the green. It gives you more confidence. Here comes Al. Al's starting his lap there. Darkmark not far behind. Darkmark does set a lap. He sets a 1:41.5. crosses primal with a 42.3. Across comes, there's the 49 on a 44, but he's on the medium tyres, don't forget. Tom Strady comes across the line. Now he's starting his lap there. He's turned all the time, is she off for some reason? Right, Wilco Stewart gets in there to P5, Woodzy up there into P4. Domar into P2 as well, only 3/10 off Dark Mark. Currently there's no car coming round anywhere near it. Grit is on the outlap, but he's got CFC Al coming up behind him. I don't think Al will get anywhere near him though. To the final corner of sector 2. That is very tidy. Great line through there from Al. Well, the next person to stay to the line will stay on board with him. Got a yellow flag in sector 3, that's just Dark Mark. He's fine, he's on his way back to the pits. That ERS running low on Al's car, down to 20%. He'll have enough to get to the line. He does, a 141.9. Just a couple tenths of a second away from, well, it's like 4 tenths away from taking P1. Only a tenth and a half away from taking P2 from Domar. Domar. I'm not really sure if it's Domar. I don't know. We've got a Woodzy going into the pits, and Strody comes across the line with a 140.5, absolutely shattering Dark Mark's time. Great lap there from Strody. Got Apex on an outlap, Wayne Hammer on an outlap as well. He's looking to start his lap. Grit is going to be coming up to the back of Apex, who's on an outlap. Grit's on a flying lap, and he's not looking bad on the timing sheets at this minute in time. I don't know, the game must be glitching because it's telling me that's another purple sector 2. Watch that Grit have absolutely smoked Tom's time. Grit's done 32, 34. He's going to do it in a 41, I think. Get left, straight as you can. You're widening the track. And it is a 41.5. 1 second back from Tom, but doing enough to beat the Dark Mark, which is good for Grit. Keeps him where he needs to be. 49 on track at the minute. Still using these mediums. Probably looking for a bit of improvement. Sector 2, sector 3, that's Strody. It is just getting out the way of Apex. Apex still yet to put a time on the board. It wasn't Apex, it was Bravingo. So here comes Bravingo. What's he going to do? I think it's going to be 41, 42. That speed on the straight, you can tell how low them wings are. So 140.2. Tom losing out on his provisional pole. Bravingo setting another quick lap. Apex comes to the line to set his provisional time. Is it going to be enough to go into that top 10? Shut up, Dragoon. Don't know if you're watching or not, but fuck you. Ringo sitting on provisional pole. I don't think anyone's going to get close to that time again. I don't think they need to go out again. Tom should be safe. Grit should be safe. But we're mighty close with a 141.5 all the way down to a 142.5. So the top 3 to 10, so you know, from 3rd to 10th is mighty close. Only a second separating the 7 cars, which for a track this size and this technical is great. And you got the 3 cars of 49, Woodzy and Wilco all separated by half a second. Wilco, Woodzy. 49 will have to go out again. Wayne Hammer may consider it, depending on Wilco Stewart does go back out on track as he needs to do. Apex dragging himself into P6. May not be safe though. Grit's feeling safe though as Grit retires from the session. He doesn't want to go again. Anyone who's thinking of going again would want to get out in the next 50 seconds, a minute at the most. You want to be out by 2:30. Nobody is actually on a lap right now. I mean, Bingo, but he's just cruising around, doing what he does best, just chilling. Oh, Woodzy just clipping the inside there at turn 3. Don't know if that's giving him front wing damage, but his lap is invalidated. Looks like car slowed down just enough for that corner of the Woodzy. He bounces off the castle section, so it doesn't matter, the lap's invalid. There's a wasted set of tyres this for Woodzy, unfortunately. Right, yellow flags in sector 1, that'll be, I believe, 49. Yep, 49, just letting the other car through, the Ferrari of Primal. Oh, sorry, of Michael JFF. He's now gone out. Where is 49? 49's now gone out on the soft tyres, so this will be interesting to see where 49 can drag himself into that top 10. Everyone's on 8 laps apart from Baz, who's now on a flying lap. No, he's just finished a flying lap, gets himself in a 43.2. See, he's improving through sector 1, but he won't have VRS left to finish this lap. It's a long sector 1, I didn't realise how long this sector actually is until you start watching it. And Bazzy's up on his time, he's found another 10th of a second. He needs to find a bit more if he wants to get onto the back of Wayne Hammer. He's going to have to find just under 8 tenths of a second. Strady's on an outlap. He mustn't feel safe, but Darmark, Grit and Bravingo have all retired. Yellow flags for the cars ahead, just got a bit of a traffic jam forming up ahead. Let's look at Bazzy's split time at the end of sector 2. He's got one corner left of sector 2. That's tidy. I hate that corner. That corner is my most hated corner on this track. The rest of them I don't mind. But that one is just such a shithouse. You get it wrong and you can either send your car to Narnia or you lose so much time through it. It's just got to get the middle ground in that corner. It's hard to get the middle ground consistently. Down to the line goes Baz, looking for every little bit he can do, and he does. Baz finds the time to get him into P9 without ERS. Will it be enough to keep him there? Only 0.02 of a second separating Baz and Primal. "15 seconds of this session left, so anyone who's not on a lap." Al's going to go again. Is he going to make it? He's on a lap. He's finding time. CFC Al into P3 and into the 140s. 3 people into the 140s here. Tom's done. Tommy's done. He's not made it. He was on an out lap according to my thing before. Whether he's on a flying lap or not, I don't know. He must be in the garage. As Apex gets himself up into P4 with a 41-1. That should see him safe as well. Al should be safe there in P3. Grit now and Darkmark now dropping, possibly at risk. Domar's done in 7th, so he could be at risk as well. Here comes Michael JFF. Michael JFF into P5, pushing Grit and Darkmark down some more. And Domar, they're going to be on the edge. Baz will not be doing another lap. Here comes Primal. And Wayne Hammer, are they going to find anything? Wayne Hammer's finding time. Is it going to be enough to get him into the 41s? Will it push Domar further down? 41.9. It doesn't push Domar further down. Just under a 1/10 of a second off there. But there you go. Primal jumping up into P6. Baz the Ninja's done. Wilco Stewart, has he got anything left in him? No, he's not. That's Wilco done as well. Yeah, that just leaves Al, who is the final car on track. Nobody else behind him is on a lap. Sorry about that one, lads. I'm a bit tired today. Into the pits, because as soon as you cross that pit lane, Al, you retire that car, sunshine. Hey, must have heard me. Yep, that's everyone else done. Baz and Wilco Stewart are in the pits. Baz just getting wheeled back in now. And that is Q2 here at Baku. Bravingo, they're taking the top spot with just over 0.3 of a second from Tom. CFC Alva producing a brilliant lap to put him into P3. Apex coming back from the death as well. There's P4. Michael JFF into P5. Primal into P6. Grit into P7. Darkmark P8. P9 is Domar. P10 is Wayne Hammer. And they will be going through to shoot the shootout of Q1. Luke getting dropped this session is Baz the Ninja, who just couldn't find that last bit to get into the top 10. Wilco Stewart as well. 49, who didn't really seem to pull a lap together in P13, and Woodzy down there in P14, who I believe invalidated what would have been his last run, sending him out of Q2. So now we're down to the business end of qualifying, with Bravingo taking provisional pole in both sessions so far. Is there anyone who can match that time? Because a couple are getting close. Tom's on the brink of it. And it looks really dull. It looks incredibly dull. Is it going to rain? Are we going to see everyone dive out the pits? No, yes, no. There's a Red Bull on its way out. I believe that will be Tom. Drop down now. No, it's not. It's a Williams. Is it? No, it's not even a Williams. It's an Alfa Romeo. Shut up, Ryan. Just shut up. Stop talking. You're making yourself look an idiot. I don't know why I thought it was a Red Bull. I don't like a Red Bull. First on track is Bravingo. He's got the track to himself. He's got a nice gap behind and in front of him. Obviously nobody in front of him. You got 3 cars left in the pits of Domar, Primal and Tom. These guys not going out yet, but there goes one of the Astons. That would be Wayne, possibly. Yeah, it is. That's Wayne Hammer. And there's the time, Wayne. Now is Hammer time for you. Get yourself as far into that top 10 as you possibly can do. Michael JFF still with that 5-place grid penalty looming over his head. He's going to want to get that car into P5 or better. Ideally, it's considering the nature of the circuit, overtaking is quite easy around here, as long because of the simple overspeed you get from the DRS. It's just about following suit through sectors 1 and 2, really. I mean, there is a bit of an opportunity down to turn 3 as well. Again, any moves being made here have got to be committed moves. You've got to have the car in the right place to get the overtake. Such a tricky track to run side by side. You lose so much time, and we all have a wheel-to-wheel battle, but it just doesn't. Not here. You lose so much more time here going wheel-to-wheel with people. You need to get that pass done and done safely. Ringo, we'll stay on board with Ringo for his first lap. As wide as you possibly can do. Jesus, that was close. It's about a bug's dick away from hitting that wall then. Round, looking nice and tidy from the Ringo up tonight. Into the castle section he goes with the Alfa Romeo, looking to try and secure top spot in this session. Doing the best opportunity. Dicing with death. Gets that turn slightly wrong when it cost him a tenth or so. Not too much, just a bit on exit. Steamrolls down to this horrible corner. And he gets it slowed down enough. Does well there. Short shift up and out of the corner to minimise wheel spin. Love this shot of the car coming through there. Looks so good. See where it's going to put him across the line. Is he going to get into the low 140s? I said a 40.3 for pole. Let's see what it is. For 39.6. A 39.6. That is a great lap, and I know he's got time in that lap as well. That is a stunning lap. Simply stunning lap. Michael JFF into P2 with 40.7. Here comes Tom. Tom started his lap. Why does it keep turning me out of track map and everything off? Stop being an arsehole, Cody. Getting well out the way of Tom. There is the Michael JFF into third. Dark Mark into second. Grit into fourth. Out in fifth. Michael JFF in a brilliant place at this moment in time. Apex into sixth. Wayne Hammer into P7. There's Primal. Primal's on his run down to the line. No, he's not. He's on an out lap. Here comes Dolmar. And here comes Sebastian Vettel putting it in P6. 141.969 there for Dolmar. Breaking into the 41s, but not enough to displace Alright at P5. 3 people currently breaking into the 140, 2 people in the 140s, and Bravingo in a world of his own there in the 39.6. Damn, I have to do his best to get back. Got a yellow flag going, set to 3 as Tom drops it. Oh, somebody getting out of his way. He's got a car there. It's the Alfa Romeo. Does really well to get out of the way in that situation though. Yellow flags there for some reason. Tom Strady into P3, only 8 thousandths of a second behind the dark mark. Who's gonna do this? We got cars all hitting the pit lane. Yeah, people just staying out the way. Good awareness there from Wayne. Got Merca Grit. Everybody will be filtering back into the pit lane now. There's no need. Plenty of time for 2 laps here, boys. Grit's left the session. Let me see if I can get Grit back. 1 second. And there you go. I've sent Grit an invite back to the game, so hopefully he'll get that and get himself back in as soon as possible. Luckily enough for him, he was able to get a lap on the board first. What's Tom doing? Tom's just on his... Couple of corners, catching a few drivers out in this qualifying session. Grit is back, and he's back in his car as well, so that's a good thing. Rushing that wall again there, Tom. Even on his in lap, he's still pushing. Not pushing, but he's just testing the waters by the looks of it. What he can and can't get away with. Perfectly testing the waters. Cringed for you then, Tom. Really thought you were clipping that. Into the pits comes Tom. And that is the runs done in this session. For the first runs, we got second runs to come. Primal on his way back in. I don't know how long is left on the clock. I think he's in low fuel mode because he's at full rev trev there and he's just not going anywhere. It's a diesel, mate. First car back on track for the second run will be Domar. Domar sitting quite well in this championship, probably looking to build on his most recent performances. Grit's out on track, Bravingo's out on track, Apex is out on track, and here they come, they're flocking back out of the pit lane to get another run at it. Cars seem nicely spaced out as well, so it should produce a bit of excitement as we run to the line. We've got 3 minutes left on the clock. Oh, missing the corner, mate. Do you know we can go faster than this in a scissor lift from B&Q? And that's no lie. We do speak facts. Who's that in front of? Oh, that is Wayne, that. So I'll probably just want him to back off a bit, give himself some space there. You don't want to be catching somebody up. You want to be a good couple of seconds behind him, mate, in your scissor lift. Apex now starting his lap. Omar now on his lap. Entirely there from Domar. What's his split time going to be though through sector 2? Not seeing the split for sector 1. He's slightly up on his time. He is up on his time. Will it be enough to displace RR Primal? Through that tricky castle section, absolutely nailing that castle section right there from Domar. Let's see if he's up on his time. One corner left for sector 2. The bitch corner, that's what I'm going to name this car. There you go, you ping the curve and it just takes away the rotation from the front of the car. Going to the start finish. Is he improving? What's he going to improve by? Where's he going to put him? This is the last run that they'll get with 55 seconds left in this session. Hang it to the left all the way straight as you can. 41.5, that gets him into P6. Bravingo faster still with a 39.8. I knew he had time in that lap. What a lap. That's a great lap. Dartmouth looking to find 0.8 of a second to challenge. Same with Tom. Michael JFF to find over 1.2 seconds. Apex coming in P4 there with 40.4. Oh, Grit's had an issue. Oh, yeah, Grit's not going to improve. CFC out up on his time. He's probably looking at a 140. 1 minute 40s for Al. It gets him into a 41.0. We weren't far off. It gets him into P6. Michael JFF still sat comfortably into P5. He'll look to make that position on Apex. Showing some great paces, Michael, to be fair. He's up on his time. He's not gaining anything at the moment, but that was a great corner and a great exit. We've got 2 cars in front of him. The Alpha and Mayo there getting out the way. Leave up to Vingo. Look at Michael's split time at the end of sector 2. Is he gaining? Yep, he's found a 1/10 of a second. Now he's now half a tenth up on his time. It's not going to be enough to challenge Apex though. Ferrari coming down to the line. That'll be Primal. Primal does find time. He's into P8. Into P8 there from Primal. Tom Strady coming to the line. Is he going to find anything to challenge Ravingo? No, he can't. No, he can't find anything. It's just slightly up on his time, to be honest. 200ths of a second slower than his Banco lap. Dartmouth not finding any time either. Yeah, I don't think Dartmouth's going to find anything. I think he was a 10.5 over his time there. That leaves Grit and Al and Wayne Hammer. None are improving. Nobody. Al has retired from track, retired from the session in the pit lane. Michael JFF will be dropping to P10 then. Which, to be honest, he's not really done a bad situation there. He's pretty much like up where he needs to be to minimise the damage. That's all you can do. A painful penalty to have. It's unfortunate more than anything. I don't think anyone really did anything wrong. Just Wayne Hammer then to get his car rolled into the pit lane, and that will be the end of this session. And there we have it. Time to perfection.
Did anyone else notice this?
What's a cracking video, Woodzy? Fell over a tyre at pit lane. Go on, lad. In your top 10 for the Baku races, Bravingo in P1, Dartmark in P2. Bravingo in a world of his own. Tom Strady P3, Apex 4th, Michael JFF 5th, CFC out in 6th. Grit in 7th, Primal in 8th, Dolmar in 9th, and Wayne Hammer taking the 10th spot. Of course, Michael JFF does have that penalty to serve. Either Michael or 49, but I'm sure it's Michael. And that's it for your qualifying session. Don't forget, guys, there will be a 5-minute break before that you're ready up for the race. Get your strategy sorted. What tire you're starting on, your fuel loads, etc. Don't forget, we are at Baku. It is safety car central. Hopefully tonight you guys can keep nice and clean. I do not want my phone pinging till 11 o'clock tonight with clips, please, guys. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Even owls. Carrot top avatar right there. Even with a gingy beard as well, man. Go on. That's ace. That is ace. Now. That's made my day. Oh, Jesus. Oh, for days. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do an avatar. I wonder if I could do one for Graham. Just put a little 5-year-old next to him. Graham, with his nickname being Peter Fayum. Yes, Bravingo, do not bottle this race, and I do agree with you there, Tom. Let's not be sending silly moves into turn 1, guys. It's a long slug of a race, is this race, and anything can happen to anyone at any time. If you look at Monday's race, I couldn't get near Plum or Camera off that race. I did not have the pace. Especially not of Plum. Plum is absolutely incredible on this track. There's no denying it, but put his car into the wall, and well, the rest is just history. Spreads up P1. I can't check my stream chat. I don't have it on my phone. I do. Hang on. Let me get it up, but I won't see it now. Well, I don't know. How do I? What do you mean, idiot? There's no need for this, man. It's abuse. Yeah, I'm in the chat room now, but obviously I can't see anything on it because I've only just joined it. But I don't really have the chat. I don't really look at it much. I am actually rolling a spliff. You know. Can you hear the grinder squeaking? Look at it, it's that old. It's the OG grinder. I've had this since I was 12. No, I'm joking. I've had it since I was about 16 or something. Vingo with his good luck message in the chat. Good luck to you all as well. I'm getting the word. Is that Gunners who said that? RRF1 streams. Shut up, Apex. Shut up, Apex. Oh, is that Aaron at RRF1 streams? I'm getting the word. Nonce. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And get ready for the formation lap round this circuit. Let's have a look at the tyres that people are starting on. Let's look at the detail on the tyres. Great going on the hards. Skin Shaggy and Fatal also going on the hards. The rest of the field on medium tyres. And I can now confirm it was Michael JF with a 5-second penalty because he did a great lap putting himself into P5. And it now relegates him down to P10. Can't wait till Apex is in the wall. He starts singing then. Oh! Who spun it? Who spun it? That's the Red Bull. Is that Strode it? It might be. I think he is out of position there. Yeah, he is out of position. That'll be Strode it. Hey Gunners, I can see you there in the chat, mate. Not a problem for covering you, mate. Anytime, anything you need, just give us a shout. Obviously, we know that you're not having the easiest time at the minute, mate. Oh, it's a genuine pleasure to commentate on these guys as well. There's some great drivers in this field. I mean, every one of them is a really good driver, to be fair. So, Brivingo, though, just setting his standards a bit above the rest here on this track. Some people do excel at street circuits, whereas others... Oh! And round he goes. That was funny. That was a great time to flick on board with him. Caught that on stream, Brivingo. So if the cars will let you through, then do take your place, mate. Try not to push past anybody. You don't want to get anybody disqualified. There's no up there. Yeah, Al lets him go. Apex is happy to let him go, I think. Yeah, he is. And that's Brivingo back into his rightful position there at P1. Tyres nice and warm. Good luck, lads. If you're on track and you're watching the stream, best of luck to you for this race. Said it is a slug of a race, 26 laps of a really tight technical circuit with walls all around you. You can bite at any moment this track. You've just got to be on your toes. Mark spinning them rear tyres up. Let's look at the temperatures. We can see the temperatures on the dashboard. He's got them nice and warm. His fronts are massively cold though. As the grid lines up, a couple of people getting disqualified from the session. That will not be doing them any favours. And the cars are on the grid, so we're now back to... Oh, what a shot! Take that for a camera angle. And lights out for the RRF1 Baku Grand Prix. Darmark gets a good start looking up the outside, but Strode is round the outside and Darmark into one. Apex not being able to capitalise on that, but Darmark has lost the position there to Strode. He made that very, very sensible move around the outside. He didn't dive bomb, it didn't send anything daft as there's cars at the back of the grid. The field is spreading out everywhere as people jostle for position. Al down to P6, he's lost the position on grit. And Al gets back in front of grit there. As Al and Grit are still battling, Al's lost some places. Primal being able to sneak through there. Primal and Grit. Primal's got through on Grit. Grit's coming back round the outside. Oh, Primal just gets run out of space there, which allows Al back through. Grit dropping back as well. He gets the run on Grit. Al back into P5 where he started. He's lost 2.5 seconds to Apex so far though. Whereas Brivingo has got 2.5 seconds over Tom. Just not being able to keep up with him. Got yellow flags in set to 2. Michael JFF is alright. I don't believe he's got any damage on that car from what I can see. Great on them hard tyres. Doing alright to hold his position. Fatal has actually made up positions in that Williams. He's got the Rebel of Wilco Stewart right behind him, but he's also on the back of the Alpine of Woodzy. Ringo checking out on lap 1. It's 2.5 seconds down the road. Everyone seems to be making it through this tight twisty section. Yep, they are. They're all through fine. Skin Shaggy and Baringo. Where's Shaggy? Shaggy's got through. Not Baringo. Oh, yeah, he's fine on the brakes. So runs wide does Wilco though. 49 and Michael JFF and 49's in a wall. He's actually, yeah, he'll have damage on that car, but he's kept it going. 49 dropping down the order there like a rock, but he's on the back of the pack. He's not too far away. Grit now trying to hang on to the back of CFC out on the mediums. Domar as well, trying to hang on to the back of Primal. He is on the back of Primal. Domar trying to stay on the back now of Primal. He doesn't want Primal to get away. DRS will become active after this lap. Darkmark and Strody battling it out here for P2. Ravingo just checking out up front. If he can just hold this pace now, hold this gap, manage them tyres in ERS, he will be in position air. The field's spreading out quite a little bit. Ravingo setting another fastest lap of the race, but Michael JFF is only going to be hunting down. And we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. That's Woodzy and 49. Oh, we've got a pile up. We've got a pile up. Shaggy picking up a 5-second penalty with 3 cars at the back. That will be a safety car. That's Wilco, 49 and Woodzy all out the race on the second lap. Down to 13 runners. I think Wilco's just hit the back of Shaggy as he come around. I think Shaggy was caught up in that incident as well, but he's not pitted for damage. This will suit the hard runners. It brings them any gap the Ringo's made. He's just dragged it right back down to nothing again. The whole field will bump back up. Interesting little train that we had developing then, right? With the likes of Apex, Owl, Great, Primal, Domar, all sort of together. Of course, you've got Baz there at the back of them as well in P10. Doing well. The hard runner, is that Michael dived into the pit? Michael's dived into the pits. I don't 100% what happened there. Obviously Woodzy getting collected. Wilco Stewart I think hit the back of Shaggy and Shaggy was caught in an incident. It's, as I said, this track can bite, lads. This track can bite, and when it does bite, it bites hard. It's just a shame to lose them 3 drivers this early on in the race. I was unlucky, that 49. So guys, any clips, just get them sent in. And we'll get them dealt with as appropriately as we can do. For now, Michael seems, I don't think you're going to get them tyres 23 laps, which means he's going to be bolting on another set of mediums later on, or possibly a set of softs at the end, but the softs just don't last. The shed tyres. Heavy fuel loads on the cars as Michael JFF does change his wing. He's back onto the fresh mediums, so he's got a couple of laps on a set of mediums, and he's got like 1 lap on the hard. So he's basically got his still free range of tyre choice. He's now can go on to whatever he wants to suit the circumstances of what he may be in. No, Michael's got pace. He's just going to have to be a bit patient, wait for the DRS to come available and start picking these guys off one at a time. These are the final two on track. That lead now was up at 3 seconds, is now down to under a second. Ringo, they're all going to close right up. It's going to be to keep an eye on Dartmark and Strody. Dartmark may be able to get a run at P2. P2 is probably the worst place to start on a safety car restart, personally, because they can see the guy in front of you, so if they react a slightly bit better than you, then you know P3's having a run at P2, which is I always aim for that. If I'm behind someone, try and get a run at them down to the first corner. The Aston Martin safety car leads us round, driven by my mate Bert. Yeah, it's just that corner's one of them. Obviously you're gonna go round it at full beans, guys. You've got to. You're in a race. You're gonna be pushing like you should do, and it's just one of those things. By the looks of it, he's had his own incident and he's collected other cars, but such a hard place to avoid someone because the racing line just drags you straight across into them. It's a shame for the three guys there. Down into the castle goes Bert. Bert setting purple sectors in his Aston Martin. That's why the Aston Martin's so good this year. Because Bert's done many laps in 2021. There is Saturday to make up for it, 49, you're not wrong. And the safety car will be in this lap. So it's back to the action. On RRF1 Mondays as Brevingo gets throttle control. So annoying for that, this game. Like, we know not to go, you know what I mean? We're not daft, you don't need to control our throttle. Strady on the back of him. So unlucky that Wilco. And they've gone, he's gone, Brevingo's gone, Strady managing to see off the charge of Dartmark. CFCR right on the gearbox of Apex. Great, they're just doing a bit of weaving, trying to get a bit of heat back into them hard tyres, because it's that 5 now, so it closes the pack up, which stands great in good stead, to be honest. Primal on the back of great as well. These mediums will come up to temperature more. Strady and Dartmark go wheel to wheel. Dartmark not being able to get his car through that time. Strady defending that position, putting his car in the middle of the track. You can see the line by Dartmark much tighter, much cleaner. Strady putting his car in the defensive position again. Oh, bit of contact between them both. Dartmark just clipping the wall. Apex and knowing better. Grit and Primal swapping round. No, I don't think they swapped. I think Grit just defended that position. Primal having a cheeky look into the castle but thinking better of it. And Primal now goes down the inside. This is a tight one to get wrong, boys. Someone's going to end up in the wall. Both of you do. We got an Aston Martin round facing the wrong way. Michael JFF manages to avoid it. Well done there to Michael. He was always going to get close in there between Grit and Primal. Grit losing out in the end, trying to defend it on the outside. He probably shouldn't have tried to defend it, but he had every right to. Dark mark all over the back of Tom. All over the back of Apex. DRS will become active at the end of this lap if Al can just stay with him. No one else really having a battle on tracks out on Apex, one of the closest ones on track. Darkmark just falling back from Shirley now. It doesn't seem like he's got any damage on that car. It seems alright, but he is falling back. See the gap increasing corner by corner, and then it suddenly just comes back down again. I don't think there's any damage on that car, but yet again Bravingo opening up that 4-second gap, and he's gone again. Aldo in P5 is still the closest battle on track. Either that or it'll be Fatal and Baz. Fatal has pitted and got onto the medium tyres. Yeah, fresher. He had nothing to lose. He was at the back of the pack, but now he's got fresher tyres and he's chasing down Baz. DRS has become enabled. They're going to keep an eye on the Darkmar battle, and the Grit's coming on Dumar. Grit makes it through on Dumar, no questions asked. A straight line speed there. Died there. Wow. Al's now got the slipstream on Apex. He's popped out, had a cheeky look, but it's not going to make it this time around. Al's shutting that DRS awfully early there on that car. I think he's just clipped the wall. No, he's not got damage. Michael JFF, Fatal's had a moment. Straight on into one. Oh, I hope you've not just damaged your rear wing. Yeah, Fatal's still going there in P12. Let's come out some more. Michael JFF, with the pace he's got, can probably get himself up to P6. There's Dumar and Grit are still going at it. I wonder if Grit's got any damage because he's slow out of that corner. Oh, bit of a contact between them both. Grit's into the wall, Dumar's into the wall. I think they've both sustained a bit of damage there. Safety car is out. There'll be a wing on track. Oh, it's Skinny Shaggy. Skinny Shaggy's at a moment. This car, again, like I said, safety car central. Burt currently doing more laps than the rest of the grid. See if we can bring in one of the drivers from the for Cocoms. Where is he? Where is he? T. Where the fuck? He's not on the line. Ah, there we go. See if we can get Woodzy in on the action here with us. $49 and just having a laugh between them both in the chat. we get most people in. You alright, Woodzy? Yeah, good, you, mate? No, it won't do. It's a new way of streaming on Twitch. But if anyone is, like, I think Al's listening. So Al, if you can, he's down in P9. He's out. How's he ended up in P9? That must have been a wing change for Al. Michael JFF's even jumped in the pits. Hold on, I think my stream's a bit behind. Oh, right, I don't think it has included your audio, so... Right, let me just check the stream settings. My stream... Options. Right, there you go. I think you should have got a ping up saying your audio is included.
Yeah, it's include my audio.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Right,
I didn't have the greatest race start tonight.
What happened to you?
It was sliding a bit, so I corrected it. Managed to save the front, and the rear left just tapped the wall. For me, it felt quite light, but it's just ripped the rear left off.
Oh.
And then I think 49 and Wilco Stewart just ploughed right into the back of me.
I think Shaggy got caught up in that incident as well. I think Wilco hit the back of Shaggy to be fair. Like, his front wheels just got written off by back of Shaggy's car.
Yeah, just before it come up with the terminal damage sign, I just saw my car shunted about 50 foot down the road, so I know someone did it pretty hard.
I think that was 49 that absolutely rattled you.
It was actually one of those ones. If it was a real car hitting the wall, it wouldn't have ripped the wheel off. Some of them dodgy Cody ones.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, this game. I've noticed that it tends to happen with Cody's games. You get to the end of the game's life, you know, before they're bringing out the new one, and the silly things starts happening with the lobbies and stuff, and it's just ridiculous. I was speaking to Andy the other day about features on the game. You know, sorry, Big D it was, about features on the game, and it was just saying it'd be a nice feature if you could pick 3 sectors from different tracks and put them together to make your own sort of track. And we both agreed with like a game that actually works first before they start doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
If they just, you know, focus on getting it right, then it'd be sound. Vingo's pretty untouchable tonight. He seems to be able to drag that car around here super quick.
Yeah, so his pace in practice lobby and in qualifying was mental.
I can't remember what we did in PRF1 with me and Jack and all that lot, but he won't be far off camera all the time now.
I can't remember who it was on Monday. It might have been camera off reserve on Monday. I know there was a 138. Somebody did.
A 38.9, that was plum.
A plum?
Yeah, I was like a mid 39 myself. Yeah, mid 39, yeah, plum were a 38.9. When's Bravingo gonna go? That's the question. It's turning into a good battle between Darkmark and Tom, and then you had like Alan Apex having a bit of a ding dong.
I was tempted to do a bit of the old Verstappen side by side then.
He was, yeah, he was. Tidy into one, though. Darkmark makes a bit of a mistake, running a bit wide. And not enough of the door open for Apex to get his fat head inside it. It's actually been quite a good race, to be fair. Like, there's been some really good moves, and there's also been a couple of I won't say questionable, but maybe a bit more you know, just to think about it that bit more.
Yeah.
Michael
Let's get
JFF.
Shaggy a really lucky save then from the wall. He had a bit of a slide.
Managing to stay on the back of Grit, and he's got Wayne Hammer right behind him. Is he new, that Wayne Hammer?
I think he used to be an RRF1 a few years back. So this would be a return for him. Primal was just hit the wall. Oh, that was terrible.
Primal
He
and
went for a move that
Fatal's
wasn't
gone
on
with
there.
him. Oh, not into that corner again. Come on,
Yeah,
Richard.
Primal
move
tried to
your
go
car,
around the
mate.
outside of Fatal, and it was just never going to happen.
No. Him and Grit went side by side into that corner, and they ended up both in the wall. So
What happens? That bit of wall that sort of sticks out on the right.
yeah, it's a
So Primal got to
nightmare.
that bit, it was like they had nowhere to go.
Grit through on Dormar, Wayne Hammer through on Shaggy. Shaggy's fighting back. Shaggy takes the position back. Who's going to take it into one? Wayne Hammer thinking better of it. But Michael's doing well. He's got himself back up into P5. Dropped off
He got a really
Apex.
unfortunate grid penalty in quality.
Yeah, he did. It weren't exactly a legitimate pen. Unfortunately, as Jack all we can do. I'm short of resetting the full grid just to remove it. There's absolutely nothing we can do.
I just think it was just really unlucky that he misjudged his brake at that time. At the same time the AI was up into reverse. It was just bad timing.
Don't get me wrong, the AI are thick as shit. I mean, I retired on track on Tuesday at RRF1 to put myself down the order, and I didn't retire until I got disqualified, but my car decided it was a good idea to go through Japan set to 1 with 4 cars on a hot lap behind it. Like, why don't you just get off the track? You're already, you know what I mean? I'm already at the end of the pit lane. Just get out of the car and walk back.
So yeah, TSD last season, I remember myself and Grezza, I hadn't quite got to the line. But Grezza was already on a hot lap with my car. I knew I wasn't going to make it up one of the pits. The car decided in AI to cut back across the grass. Got run in front of Grezza and killed Grezza in quality.
That's acceptable, though. It's great. Bishingo bringing that fastest lap down. Al's going for it on bars.
He was all over bars.
He's got
Grit
the
next to him
Apex
as well, it's
Grit
3
right
wide.
behind it. The Apex of Grit, the fucking Mercedes of Grit. Al making the move, not quite. Baz fighting
Grit's
back.
looking for it again.
I'll wait on the brakes. Andy left
Grit's
the
done him
car
as well.
and Grit's through, yeah. Fucking hell. Grit getting the door open for him by Al. Al's out of his ERS though. Grit's not close enough to make a move now. I'm sick of seeing. I'm going to have to go off Baz's camera a minute. I can't look at the back wing of that
Apex are all
Mercedes.
pretty close as well. Oh,
Yeah, they
Marcus has hit the back of Tom Strowdy.
Yeah, they've had a little bit of contact earlier on, but nothing serious
I
between
think he
them.
braked
Too
a bit.
respectful.
A bit slower than he needed to. I don't know if he had a bit of a wobble.
Fatals maybe outbraked himself again a bit. I don't know. Just had a little moment there.
Yeah, I know a couple of laps ago he did say he'd misjudged his braking at that turn.
But he has been. He's not raced proper, has he, for about 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah, he said his wheel come back about 11 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I think that's when he got it back, right? So
Yeah, so
obviously
he's not had
he's not been on it. You do get rusty though. You know what I mean? If I go and play Forza or anything and I use the wheel and I come back to F1, I can't drive on it for about 5 laps. It takes me time to readjust myself.
I noticed that I just missed Sunday because I was either flu or corona. I felt dreadful, but just from not racing for a week, you definitely tell a difference.
Yeah, 100%. It's nice to hear that you're back up to Dark Mark's making a move on Tom round the outside. He's got him into 1. Great move from Dark Mark. But yeah, it's nice to hear you feeling better.
Yeah, I'm definitely back for throat's not 100%, but I'll be definitely back for this Sunday as well.
I'm going to need you back there in Team Romeo. Luckily enough, my penalty got, well, obviously you know anyway, you do the reports, what am I telling you that
Yeah.
for?
Lucky one of the Aston went on Sunday.
Yeah, it was. That did us there, the dark mark, binning it.
Apex is all over Stroud, you know.
I'm just watching Alan Grit as well. Apex has got through on him.
Go.
Has Strady got damage?
I'm sure he moves over to the right and sort of like he let him past.
Maybe wanting to save the DRS, I'm not sure. Dark mark 6 seconds off Rivingo now. See, Grit's going to have to pit. Is Grit going to run medium to the end?
He's got a left end plate missing, Tom Stroudy.
Has he?
Yeah, on the left hand side.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does have damage. Oh, it's the better thing to do though, because it's 12 laps on a set of mediums if you've got a fresh set. What do you do? Do you get in and get the fresh set, or do you drag it round for as long as you can and hope for a safety car?
He's opted not to pit this time.
Michael JFS now on the back of Tom as well. You can see the extra grip that they've got. Michael JFS actually having a storming race as Wayne Hammer and Shaggy go at it again. Wayne getting the pass.
He's got the DRS on Stroudy as well.
Yeah, Strady got it on. Yeah, Strady does have it on the cars ahead as well. So probably looking to just consolidate that 4th place really, but it's going to be hard to stick with Apex, especially through these tight twisty sections. Al's now dropping off the back of Grit as well. Is Grit, how much time's Grit taking? Grit's not taking anything out of Michael JFF. In fact, he's actually losing time to Michael JFF.
With Primal and Shaggy are pretty close as well at the back.
Yeah, and they're not a million miles behind Wayne Hammer either. I'll back into that 1 second window of Grit. DRS will be helping out massively. Also, it's out to VRS, so.
We're lucky we've not seen anyone try to go side by side through the castle like we did on Monday yet.
Oh my god, I can't believe Massey did that.
It was a Massey and dry track.
Ah, yes. Yes, it was. Not actually like gone. I've raced on track with this dry track, but I've never had a wheel to wheel battle with him, you know. Oh, Michael. Oh, that was tight.
Primal's just done a Shaggy.
Yeah, he has. He's done him into turn 1 and through goes Primal. Got yellow flags. He's set to 1. Michael JFS made a mistake. I think
him and Al, 5-second penalty.
Yeah, severe collision with CFCL. Maybe returning to track and he's just caught Al's car there. Not sure, but it has cost Al a lot of time. He was only a second behind Grit, now he's 3.5, so.
Yeah, I only caught the back end of it. I think he'd misjudged his braking. And then he's come back round Al sort of. Or trying to overtake him.
5 seconds for a severe collision though. It's the only penalty this race. Fatal's got to be just going to bolt in on another set of mediums, hasn't he? This is all he can do.
Yeah, the good with the 5-second ones, if he does serve it, he can still get that extra point for no penalties. As long as the classification screen shows no penalties, you can still get it.
Alright, I didn't know that. I thought if you pick one up, then no matter what, you've picked one up.
Yeah, so if it's a 3 seconds, you won't get it. But if it's a 5 and you serve it, you can still get that extra point.
Is that also the same for Monday?
Yeah, same for Monday as well.
So.
So you also have the honour of choosing your commentator driver of the day afterwards, and they get an extra point in the table.
I don't know who to pick. I wouldn't have a clue who to pick. I don't, to be honest, like, if it weren't for that mistake there, what Michael's just done, then that'd have probably, it'd have been Michael up to now for me. Because it was coming back through the field pretty well, and you know, it's not an easy track to get through the field on, really.
Just want to just have a feel for in this race. Fatal's got 25 seconds from Miami to get on the end of this race as well.
Oh, Tom. There's front wing everywhere. I mean, I swear to God, it nearly hit me in comms box. It come off that fast.
Lost the whole front wing.
Oh, the whole front wing. I mean, it looked like he'd done a bunny hop out his cockpit for a second as well. Jesus.
Oh, I can see him now. He's got what Pos used to call the old droopy cock nose on the car.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's, you can't keep running with it. I tell you what. Considering he's running with no front wing then, he had some bollocks sending it through them two corners at full speed, did it? Grit now into P4, that's a great result for Grit, like getting him up the yard. Al back into P5, Michael JFF back in. All these making gains on Tom, while Tom's in for his front wing. Primal as well, it drops Tom out the top 10. That was close. Primal and Wayne Hammer. Wayne Hammer getting through on Primal though. Very close.
Tom definitely. Oh, Tom's nearly lost it coming out the pit, and that was lucky.
The one thing you don't want to do here is get over eager coming out of that pit lane. It's a horrible pit lane. How many people do you see go straight on at turn 1?
Yeah. So yeah, Tom would definitely gonna hurry out for a safety car because he's the main one in the championship battle with Dartmark in this division.
Is it?
Yeah, there's only I think 13 points between them at the moment.
No, that's not a lot at all. Tom also hitting the walls hard, so Wilco's seen what we've seen. He's seen Tom pinging about.
Primal's pretty eager to get past Wayne Hammer at the minute.
Yeah, Domar as well on the back of bars. The rest of the cars seem to be gapping out quite a bit now.
I think JFF probably going to get DRS on there.
Oh, he is. He's pushing as well. That ERS light will be coming on anytime soon.
He's almost run out of his ERS.
He is fully out of ERS.
Right on him.
Not being able to get the move done down the inside there. Oh, just hanging on around the outside, placement of the car very well as he just scrapes the wall.
I think Primal's playing the patient game on Wayne Hammer.
I think Wayne just overtook Primal a couple of laps ago. I'm sure he did into turn 1, so Wayne might have the pace over Primal. But Primal with that DRS being able to put the pressure back on. Oh, boys, well done. Primal looking for the cut back there. Wayne smart about it. Not here, not here. Oh, Wayne gives him the space, gives him more than enough space. And Primal gets the cut back. I've never seen a cut back out of that corner before.
Ooh.
And now Wayne's got the cut back. They are going to go side by side through Castle.
Ooh.
And Wayne thinks better of it than Primal. That was a great move. Wayne giving him the space that he was warranted to, but Primal just showing the nose as a bit of a disguise there to get Wayne to move over. Obviously compromised his exit.
Funnily enough, it was the Aston Martin and Monday as well that went side by side through there as well.
Oh, was it? I thought it
Yeah,
was a
same
McLaren. Oh,
same
yeah,
team.
it's right, yeah. Williams dropping back from Primal, but look at the battery life.
Stroud, he made up 4 seconds on Shaggy in that last lap alone. He's on his back already.
He's passing him already. Before you didn't even need the DRS. Straight on a charge. And yeah, Primal not close enough to get Wayne. Wayne runs a bit wide out of one though. This is a great little battle between these two. Michael JFF and Al. No, he's not going to make it. Al defends that position again. I think Grit's going to have to pit. I don't think Grit's going to get them tyres another 6 laps. I think they're going to be gone.
Primal and Wayne swapping again.
Yeah, oh, Primal goes through.
Just look at that gap with Bravinga, 11 seconds now at the front.
That's ridiculous. Basically, he's put 1 second per lap between these guys on these hard tyres. That's ridiculous, that pace. Get him in Monday. Put him up against Plum.
So if he'd be more consistent this season, he'd be in the title race.
Oh, has he not been? Has he had a few crashes?
Missed a few, and other ones just had crashes towards the end of races, which has knocked him down the order.
Still time yet, Bravingo. Crashes at the end of the races. You heard it here first. Speak of the devil, Shaggy's facing the wrong way. There we go. He's coming again now. He's just going to cool them tyres down.
I don't think he got any damage, did he?
No, I think he just did a 360. Well, that's... Pardon me. That's all the gaps are starting to open up now. Apex sat there P3, Darkmark P2. I mean, Darkmark's had a pretty clean race, to be honest. Aside from that slight tap on the rear end of Tom, he's not really put a foot wrong, to be honest. Shaggy is in the pits. Fatal's in the pits.
So Apex is having a quiet race in the third.
He is, but he's
Kept it clean.
Yeah, he just kept his head down, to be honest, and he's doing really well with it. Grit's not just not allowing Grit to get there. Al's bringing that gap down to Grit now. Grit's actually is bringing it down to
Domar getting a lot closer to Baz on this lap.
He is. He's a lot closer. Which, it surprises me that Domar's down in 8th. Like, I've always classed him as pretty damn fast. I think he's got better pace than this. I just don't think his setup's key to the track, to be honest.
I think some of them is track dependent. Some of the ones he's like dead rapid on. He can almost win at. There's other ones he's slightly further down.
It just makes sense. Everybody's got the good tracks. And not everyone's a fan of this track, to be honest. But this is it for Domar. Is he going to see? He's just no straight line speed. Andy's got DRS open, and he's just not closing the gap on Baz. I really don't think that setup is key to this track. He's so much faster through sector 2, but you can't get through anyone at sector 2.
Yeah, so I wonder if he's gone to he set up more for the turny section, hasn't he, rather than the straights.
I mean, you can get away with it on some tracks and it'll work, but because your corner exit speed's so much better, but because of the nature of the track and obviously the kink, you can't go side by side through that left-right kink here, and you've got to file into line.
I wonder if he's chosen his setup hoping that quite a lot of people would crash out and he can get a decent finish that way. You don't know.
Not a clue. Look how he's basically pushing Baz around the track.
Stroud's just chucked some softs on.
He has. He'll be trying to take fastest lap, definitely. Wayne's chucked some softs on as well.
Yeah, fastest lap with the rule change this season was 2 points.
Got an
There might be a bit of a damage
Aston.
limitation this season.
Oh, it's stuck there. Watch that wall. Watch that rear wing. I'll know about it if that goes. Al's bringing the gap down to Grit, and Grit is still closing on Apex, but our Grit's tyre's going to go to the end.
Yeah.
I think it's a big ask for them
Domar's
tyres.
still pushing behind Baz, but
He just gets towards Baz now on the straight. Look at the gap climbing on the straight.
even with DRS, he's pulling away still.
Yeah. Baz has got... Domar's got DRS and Baz is pulling away from him on the straight. He's got to be running double figure wings. Oh, what's Camerov run? Is he a 5-0? I run a 5-2. So it's just really this is the main battle between them. I mean, Tom's not going to get anywhere near primal now.
It's this section, isn't it? You see Domar pulls the time back and then gets to the end of the lap and
You see, look at it, half a
Baz just
tenth
extends it again.
right in that corner. And he's just picked up a full tenth in the two corners. As soon as it gets to the straight in acceleration, Baz is down the road, around the corner again through that corner, taking a full tenth out of him. Through the castle section, a tenth out of him, more than a tenth.
Yeah, he's
Well,
not down to
took it down
0.3.
Yeah. Either he's not confident, but I don't know.
13 seconds in the lead now, Bravinga.
It's a great lead. I mean, it's been total domination all weekend from him. He's took Paul, P1 in every qualifying session, fastest lap, and he is on course. Touch wood. Need some wood. Shit, I know wood in my room. Door. Touch wood. But yeah, he doesn't bin it, but he's on for the win as well.
Do you think he might be your driver of the day, or?
This minute for me, it's a toss-up between Apex and Bravingo, because Apex, he's not done anything spectacular or anything like that, but he's gained positions, he's kept his head down, and he is on course for a podium at this minute in time. But Bravingo's not put a foot wrong either all race. I mean, in any session, he's just doing everything he needs to do at an A-star level.
It was good to see around here as well, where no one else has a penalty at the minute.
No, there's only that one from 49 and Al with that little incident, right? But I mean, it's been.
I'm surprised JFF hasn't pitted to get rid of that 5 seconds.
Oh, he's back up in P6, so I mean, he's still making gains. I think Grit's tyres have gone now. I think he's Dorma absolutely shoving Baz round castle section.
This is the closest it's been, isn't it? But still not.
It's just not enough.
It won't be close enough on the straight.
We can't get close enough because as soon as I don't know what. Right, I'm going to sit on sector 3. Safety car. Safety car. Great. Great has done something. And Michael JFF goes into P5. That's a stunning drive off him. It's that penalty that's stopping Michael from getting driver of the day at the minute.
Grit's pitting.
Yeah, Grit's picked up damage. Oh, Grit's.
That's weird. It game auto reset him then, because if not, he would have crashed in the pits.
Grit's
He went inside, he slid sideways in the pits.
He's obviously seen the clip of what happened to me on Sunday and thought, I'm not going in there with any speed at all.
Yeah, we saw that one, and the stewards clipped it coming. That was a weird one.
What, mine?
Yeah, giving you the speed in the pit lane before you've actually got to the pit lane limit.
I won't mind, but do you see the screenshot as well from the clip? I was doing 44. I was 6 miles an hour under the limit before I got to the line. Like, how'd you work this out? Stupid game.
I think we had Michael Massey in the race director for that one.
Definitely. Someone's got it in for me at Corby's anyway.
Team Aston have been playing with the computers, that's what it was.
Oh, look at Tomar again. He's got so much downforce and that car must be so nice to drive, but it is an absolute pig on the straights.
Must feel like he's driving the realistic Aston today.
It's like a thingy. It's like putting a Vauxhall Corsa up against a fucking BMW. The Corsa's absolutely whizzing round the little tight parts, and the BMW's just got the legs in the straight. It's stupid. This is two very different ways of setting a car up, but oh so close on pace.
Yeah, you can see, look, as soon as he gets this bit again, that 3/10 is down to 6/10.
And it's climbing. And he's got DRS. Look at that, look at it climb, 8/10. Look at that, like 8.5. We're on the final lap.
16 seconds in the lead, Bravingo, isn't it?
Yeah, Bravingo's coming through the castle.
Last 2 laps, he pushed another 3 seconds.
Right, Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri, Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri at the minute, top 4. Both teams having a stunning drive today.
Because that's not good for my constructor team Alpine, because they're right behind us at the bottom of the table. I think Alpine will probably bottom now.
Who is? Romeo or Tauri?
Romeo are at the moment, but I think after tonight's results and Monday's results, Alpine will be bottom. We have had a new addition on Mondays, Davis.
Oh,
an Alpine
Davis.
driver on Mondays now.
Davis is a solid driver. Well, he's in TSD, he's consistent.
Like I said, unfortunately, if you remember Talented from Sunday Drive, he changed his name to Matt F1. He's had to leave RRF1 due to work. Had a promotion.
That was a shame. Oh, not obviously the promotion. Shut up, Will. Get on clubs. I'll get on clubs when I've got time, Will. I'll see Negreza's messaging me. Oh. Why does my phone go stupid? I hate this. Like, turn me off, turn me off, turn me off, turn me off. Go away. Sort it out in a minute. Bravingo wins the race. Dartmark P2. Apex comes 3-3. Out across the line with P4. Michael JFF with his 5-second penalty. But still brings the car home in P5, which you can't fault him. You can't fault him for that.
Yeah, I think the gap was 7 seconds.
It was.
So the 5 seconds really didn't affect him in the end.
No. He managed to get the gap on Baz, so I can see why he didn't serve it. He'd have lost another 20 in the pits.
The Fatals will be happy even with these 25 seconds he's going to have added on from Miami. He's still wants to P13.
Yeah, that's it. It's served, it's out the way. It doesn't affect his finishing position. He's not had the best of races, but for me, Fatals should have just been bedding himself back in this race, getting back used to the wheel, because I don't think his wheel will feel the same as his old one. They might be the same make and that, but one of my mates has got a Logitech, the same one as mine, and I can't drive on his. It feels disgusting.
Yeah. I think he said, is it Thrashmaster one he's got? I think he said that they give him a whole new, brand new motherboard in it.
Yeah, apparently so. But that is it, guys, for the RRF1 Baku Grand Prix. I'm not sure what round it is. I think it's like round 10 or something, if I'm not mistaken.
10, yeah, 10 I think.
Michael JFF with the game's driver of the day, obviously picking up the most positions in that race. I would have given you a driver of the day, Michael, but sorry, mate, that 5-second penalty just sort of, it was a mistake in there. And for me, there's two people that have drove flawlessly, and that's Apex and Bravingo. And going off Bravingo's pace, I think he deserved to win this race, just for his sheer pace around this track compared to the others. So I'm going to go with Apex for my driver of the day, even though he is a tit. Enjoy the champers, lads. Your finishing order for the RRF1 Baku Grand Prix VLE Brevingo into P1, Dartmark into P2, Apex in P3, CFCL in P4, Michael JFF P5, Baz the Ninja 6th, 7th is Dolmar Daimar, 8th is RF1 Primal, 9th is Grit, 10th is Tom Stroder, 11th is Wayne Hammer, 12th is Skin Shaggy, 13th Fatal Defiance, and your DNFs for today are Wilco, Stewart 49 and Woodzy, that was all unfortunately caught up in that early collision. Just unfortunate series of events, really. Don't think anyone predominantly at fault for that. But that
So something I've noticed as well,
finishing order.
everybody's going to get the extra point for no penalties apart from Michael JFF, unless that penalty is something that can be removed.
Yeah, they will. Everyone will pick up that extra point. I said Apex driver of the day as well, so if that's worth an extra point, he will get that. I have sent invites to the top 3, so if you are listening, get yourself over in party. Let's hear from you guys. But other than that, congratulations, guys. It was a great race, some great battles. Battle of the race for me has got to be Primal and Wayne Hammer. Them two had a right ding-dong with each other, swapping positions 2 to 3 times. So, and they kept it clean, so congratulations to them guys. But congratulations to all finishers, really, as well. And like Woodzy pointed out, no corner cutting penalties or anything, just the one for Michael JFF, which was unfortunate. Have we got our top 3? Yeah, we do have our top 3. So we'll start off with 3rd position and your driver of the day. That is TSD Apex. Welcome to the podium interviews, mate. Stellar race from yourself there. Got yourself up a couple of positions. Kept it clean, kept the head down. No mistakes, really. Just pretty flawless from yourself there. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I quite like Baku anyways. It was my second ever league racing circuit, so put quite a bit of practice into that one. But yeah, I mean, that setup I just used was the original setup I've always used with Baku. It's from September last year, I think. Completely different wings to what everyone else runs. It was a 5.8, but it's just stable.
Stability.
Baku's just a track of survival, I think. And when we saw Stroudy lose his end plate, knew he was going to force himself a mistake because he wouldn't pit to change it. And lo and behold, 3 laps later, he hit the wall and took the entire wing off.
Yeah, we've seen him lose that end plate.
At that point, it was. I did get worried Grit was going to get me. He must have been running some low wings because he was 2.5 seconds off me by the end of the first straight. And then by the end of the lap, I'd be 3.5 back up on him. And then as soon as we get to the straight, he dropped me a second again.
Well, yeah, he would have been. Grit seemed to have some incredible straight line speed tonight, to be fair to him.
He did have me a little worried, but I was kind of thinking he might have had to pit, but I don't know whether he got a punch or whether he spun.
I think he just spun it, picked up some damage, so he decided to have a crack at the fastest lap, which I believe went to Tom. So yeah, it was unfortunate not to get that. Grit. He seemed to be in a strong position with a strong car.
I'll quite happily take a podium there.
Yeah, well deserved. Like I said, you kept your head down, mate. Didn't get yourself into any unnecessary incidents or any stupid moves or anything like that. So, yeah, well driven.
No, I just left the two in front of me too. I wasn't quick enough to get Marcus, so I just left them two to it and sort of hoped they'd slow each other down, which in turn they'd cause each other to make a couple of little taps here and there. So.
Yeah, they did, and that's what gifted you that opportunity to give you the P3. Yeah, so well done for that, Apex. We've come to Dartmark now, P2 that race. Didn't get off the line particularly well, Mark. Strady got you around the outside into 1, but you stuck to him, you pushed him all the way, you put the pressure on that brought the error out, and yeah, he was pretty much trying to catch Brevingo for you after Tom's mistake. So talk us through it from your point of view, mate.
Yeah, I mean, the first sort of half of the race was sort of just with Tom. I felt I had the pace on him, just kept, like you say, kept the pressure on him, and eventually he made the mistake, got past him and then pulled away. In regards to trying to catch Brevingo, no, there was no chance. It was a case of get in front of Tom and consolidate P2, and hope, that he maybe Apex and maybe Grit and Aaron can get Tom and help my championship lead, really. But yeah, no, can't take the win away this week from Bravingo. He was unreal. So much pace. No one was catching him tonight, so fair play to him. And I'm happy with P2, to be fair.
Yeah, no, his pace has been incredible through every session this weekend. So
Definitely.
we sort of expected him to sort of pull away into the distance a bit, and he did exactly that. I think he was somewhat like a second a lap to you from after the safety car restarts, which is just insane around this track. It really is.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, congratulations on your P2. I said your patience paid off in the end. You've pressured the mistake out of Tom, and you've walked away with the spoils of that one. So congratulations for that.
Yeah. Cheers, mate.
And
Cheers for streaming as well.
Yeah, no, honestly, not a problem. I'm happy to cover Gunners. Obviously, fucking give him a bit of time and that sort himself out. And yeah, now we come to VLE Bravingo, the man who dominated Q1, Q2, Q3, and of course the race. It's shame for you not to get fastest lap there at the end, but it wasn't worth you going for it, losing the positions, mate. You literally took off from the word go and never really looked back, mate. So I know there might not be a great deal for you to talk us through, but yeah, you must be happy with that.
Yeah, delighted. But to be honest, I didn't expect myself to be half as fast as I was, because I've been pains in my legs all the last week, so I haven't been able to use my wheel. Only just got on the game for the first time in about a week and a half, or was it last week? This morning. So honestly, did not expect myself to be so fast. Started getting very bad to where I tried to get fastest lap towards the end when Tom got it off me, but I pushed a bit too hard, and I think in the castle section I just nipped my front wing, so I wasn't able to get it there. But yeah, there's not really much to talk through, to be honest, because as I said, on my own for most of the race. So
Yeah, it was like I say, it was a stellar drive from yourself. You did really take off from the word go. You would have been driver of the day had you not have had the expectancy that we had, for you to, after seeing you qualifying pace, we sort of expected you to pull away after like the first 5 laps, get the gap, and then settle into your own rhythm, which you did spectacularly. And we seen it at one point. Me and Woodzy worked it out. I mean, you was kind of pulling like a second a lap, like we said on the others. So the pace was absolutely incredible tonight from yourself, mate. Fair play to that. GG's on your win, of course. That's some nice points in for you and for your team, Alfa Romeo. And we'll bring this to an end now. Is there anything you want to add, Woodsy?
No, I was gonna say it was definitely both this one and Monday's race. Nearly everyone got the extra point for no penalties. That was really good on both divisions.
Hopefully not too many clips either. No, it didn't seem pretty clean, that race. Like I said, battle of the race for me has got to be Primal and Domar. Primal and Wayne Hammer, not Domar. Yeah, them two were swapping places back and forth, and it was really clean and crisp to watch. So well done to them too. Be back next week. Hopefully I'm back with you again if Gunners still isn't back yet, because it was great. It was a pleasure commentating on you all tonight. Some great racing out there. If we won't be back on this channel, we're back on the normal RRF1 channel next week. I'll have it up and running should I need to. So yeah, join us there. What track are we at next, boys?
It's Canada.
Yay!
Shut up, Marcus.
Yes.
I love myself a bit of Canada.
I love a bit of Canada.
Marcus's favourite.
Oh yeah, it is. It's Mark's all-time favourite,
Yeah.
and he's not a million miles off me at Canada. You're really close to me there. You was last time we did qualifying. I think it was only like 300s behind me.
Look at
love
Fred bigging himself up.
We got some quick
Tight,
tracks
yeah.
coming up.
Yeah, there is some fast flowing tracks coming up. So yeah, I look forward to getting our teeth into that with you boys. But for now, yeah, that's it's Master Spread here on Comms with RRF1. Good night, God bless, and we'll see you all next week.